Garage Gym Junkie from garagegymjunkie.blogspot.com. This week I'm bringing to you a special series that's based on Bob Tinoco's recent article on the USAW website. This article has to do with 7 tips and 7 do's for weight room competition warm-up etiquette. Alright, so the first one of this series, so part 1, will be the focal points. You got to avoid the focal points. The focal points are that area that is just a no-no zone. These areas I first heard about when I was reading a CrossFit One World post. The focal points that we always want to make sure we avoid is when someone's lifting, you don't walk in front of them. You don't want to just be out of view of them and then just kind of stroll right by. Because at the critical points in anyone's lift, if you walk, you could distract them just like this. And you distract them, that lift could go down, or even worse, someone could get hurt. If you walk in front of someone during their lift, we all know that you don't have that straight, you haven't been brought up in a competition setting. And all my lifters, I don't want that from them. Stay tuned, as tomorrow we'll have part 2 of this series. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is the Garage Gym Junkie from garagegymjunkie.blogspot.com. Today's is part 2 of warm-up room etiquette. So what I'm going into now is something that everyone who has ever had a training partner has probably done before. It's called share the loading. What that means is that when you're sharing a platform with someone in the warm-up room, which is pretty often, especially for people in the same weight class, that you both take one end of the bar to load. That is the person coming off the bar and the person following. Just so that way it doesn't seem like one person is doing all the work and it's just good manners. If you don't do that, we have bad manners. If you're in the gym, you leave all the weights on the bar. Bad manners. If you're in the gym and you have a weightlifting partner and you two are doing totally different separate weights, you both take one side of the bar, don't you? You should be doing the same in the warm-up room. It's just good manners, and when you don't, people will look at you funny. And we don't want that there. Stay tuned for part 3 of this series, which will come tomorrow. Alright. Welcome back. This is the Garage Gym Junkie from garagegymjunkie.blogspot.com. I'm bringing you part 3 of the warm-up room etiquette series from Bob Tinoco's article on USAW. Today, we are talking about not hogging the 10s. Now as everyone does their jumps, and I do this in my own gym, I just throw 10s on. Especially when you're doing 20-pound jumps, you don't want to take off all the 10s sometimes and throw on 25s. But in the warm-up room, it's very essential that you don't hog all the 10s. There are only so many, and everyone's got to warm up. Take the time to take your 10s off, put 25s on. As you can see from over here in my corner, I use a lot of 10s. The 10s I use, if I am warming up and I go from 135 to 155 to 175, 195, I'm not throwing all the 10s off and on with the 25s. I'm leaving the 10s on. But remember, you can do that at your own gym. Don't do that at the warm-up room. It doesn't show etiquette, and it shows that you just don't want to be fair with the other lifters. The other lifters got to warm up too, especially if they can't lift as much as you, and we know they can't lift as much as you. Again, this is the Garage Gym Junkie from garagegymjunkie.blogspot.com. Make sure you come over and visit us on Facebook. And stay tuned for tomorrow's part 4 of the warm-up room etiquette series. Welcome back. This is the Garage Gym Junkie presenting part 4 of our warm-up room etiquette series from garagegymjunkie.blogspot.com. Remember, the article was written by Bob Tinoco, and it was posted on the USAW website. This article I will post at the end of the week on Garage Gym Talk blogspot.com for anyone that wants to read the full article. The next part is part 4 here. What we're here is to tell you that you don't want to just borrow weights. Don't assume because a weight is laying down that it's not being used. It's a big mistake. I see this a lot from CrossFitters in a gym that are doing 20-minute find your max, da-da-da-da. If someone's got a weight in front of them, it could be they were just planning to throw it on. It could be they were jumping by 20s and they just have another set of 10s there. You can't just take the weights from people. If these weights are unused, if they're laying on the floor, look at someone and just ask. People will respond, and half the time they're more than willing to let you borrow the weights. Remember that if you see them on the floor being unused, just ask. Proper warm-up room etiquette. Go visit us at garagegymjunkie.blogspot.com. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is the Garage Gym Junkie from garagegymjunkie.blogspot.com. We are here presenting part number 5 to the warm-up room etiquette series. This one is for all those clowns out there. Everyone, including myself, has seen the person at the gym that just strolls in, goes to the power rack, sets up a straight bar. You think they're going to do something really impressive like big rack pulls or something, and they start doing curls on the power rack. Okay, we all look at them like clowns. Well, in the warm-up etiquette room, this is what we call camping out. You don't want to camp out at the warm-up etiquette room. Everyone's got to warm up. These people are known for monopolizing a single platform. No one can join them. And then on top of it, they take too many warm-up sets. Or even worse, what we'll see is that they do heavier weights than they're going to do in the competition. What sense does that make to you? You want to warm up to the point that you're going to be good for the competition and get out of there. Don't stretch on the warm-up platform. Make sure you stretch before you get on there, and then use your time effectively. That effectiveness is actually going to bring you better competition results. And if you can snatch 300 kilograms, I don't want to see you snatch 325 kilograms in the warm-up room. It doesn't make any sense. Save it for the platform, if you ever heard that before. Again, this is the Garage Gym Junkie from garagegymjunkie.blogspot.com. And tomorrow we will bring you part 6 of this series. Welcome back. This is Garage Gym Junkie from garagegymjunkie.blogspot.com. I am bringing you part 6 here of the warm-up room etiquette series. We're almost to the end of the week, and the article on day 7 will be posted on garagegymtalk.blogspot.com. You can also get there by going through garagegymjunkie.blogspot.com. It is a link. Today is something not only to you lifters, but to the coaches and your friends, spectators that come with you. Make sure you share this with them. You don't camp out in the staging area. This should come unsaid. In baseball, you would never see someone that's up in 9 batters go and stand in the on-deck circle if someone's going to go to swing. Simply said that the staging area is for the person who's on deck and in the hole to lift. Some competitions will set up 2 chairs there for the people to sit down that are on deck and in the hole. That does not mean those chairs are there. This is where I'm shouting out to you coaches and spectators for you to go and sit in. That is for the lifters who are coming up. These lifters have warmed up. They're getting their mindset, which everyone should always be doing. And then they're going to go out there and lift. These chairs are in use at all times, just like the staging area. The staging area, like I said, if you're not on deck or in the hole, you do not belong in there. All right, stay tuned. One more day left for this 7-part series. Welcome back, everyone. It's the final day here of this week-long series. This is the Garage Gym Junkie from garagegymjunkie.blogspot.com. Make sure to check us out on Facebook, and make sure you go get the full article by Bob Tinoco. It was posted on the USAW website, but I did today post it in Garage Gym Talk, which you can find at garagegymtalk.blogspot.com or through the Garage Gym Junkie blog. Today is probably one of the most obvious, but you got to make sure you point it out. You want to get in and get out of the weight room, okay? That means that when you come into the warm-up room, you have your set of mind, you're going to get to the platform, you're going to do your warm-up, and you're going to leave. This responsibility falls more on coaches than athletes themselves. The coaches need to go in with a plan to go into that warm-up room. They need to know where they need to get you to and how long that will take. That means if your coach believes it's a half hour before you need to lift, you need to get in there 35 minutes before, and that means you need to get out 5 minutes before. You don't waste extra time in there. It's already going to be crowded enough. When there's 100 lifters and there's only 10 platforms and maybe 20 bars, you got to share, and you don't want to be hogging them and known for that. Not a good thing to be known for. Again, this was the end of the series this week. The article, again, was by Bob Tinoco. It was posted on the USAW website, and now I have related it over onto the Facebook wall and onto garagegymtalk.blogspot.com. But you got to remember these warm-up etiquette points. Number 1, the focal point. Number 2, making sure you are always sharing the loading with your partners. 2, don't hold on to the 10s. See, they do this with other weights, but the 10s are the most important because that's how people make their jumps normally. Number 4, ask before you borrow the weights. Number 5, don't be the camper. Don't camp out. They don't like it anywhere, no matter what you're doing and what you're going after. Number 6, don't hog the staging area. The staging area is for those who are going on. And number 7, get in and get out. If you remember these 7 points, you will be just fine in warm-up room. This is straight etiquette. It's the basics. You got to know the basics to form the full. Again, this is the GarageGymJunkie.blogspot.com. I thank you for viewing this 7-part series. Make sure you visit me on Facebook at Garage Gym Junkie, on the web at GarageGymJunkie.blogspot.com, or you visit GarageGymTalk.blogspot.com, where this article will be. Thank you.